Hi, y'all. Hello. I'm just getting set up here. My printer is on. I'm going to do a nice little demo for a few minutes. So, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? This Instagram, how y'all doing? YouTube over here. So, it's already been quite a day. Like, it's 3 o'clock and I'm exhausted. Hair flying everywhere. I've been working, obviously, my normal job. I work for the state of Ohio, if you didn't know. And then on top of that, though, I was doing some product photography. I recorded a YouTube video early this morning. And then I recorded another video at lunch. And so in between there, I was doing a couple clips that I'm going to post on Instagram in a little bit. So it's been quite a productive day. Now I'm back at work, but I'm on break. So I was like, let me fit in this live really quick. So I wanted to show you all a little DIY label tip. If you have not checked out my recent YouTube video, I just made a video on like how to do DIY labels 3 different ways, using Canva, the actual online labels designer, Mastro label designer, in the back end of online labels, or you can use like other websites such as Vistaprint or Avery or things like that. And so thank you, Ivy and Giovanni. Is it Giovanni Jacobs? So my Instagram is, can I type in here? I don't think I can type in here. My Instagram is listed in all of my YouTube video description boxes. It's at LadyC, LadyC's Digital HQ. So LadyCSDIGITAL HQ. So LadyC's Digital HQ. So it's always in my description box. It's like everything about me, my channel, my business, getting freebies, subscribing to my email list, all of that stuff. It's always in the description box, every single video. Okay, so I use online labels for my labels. You all know I do my own labels, and now I design them in Canva, and then I just upload the PNG to online labels. And so that's what I've been doing for my rebranding. And I wanted to show you all a little tip because I get a lot of questions about, Paris, how do I not waste a whole sheet of labels like this? So this is like a fresh sheet of labels. This is a 3x3. I don't know if you can kind of see like the lines. But this is a 3x3 and it has 6 labels on it. And so I get a lot of questions like, Paris, how do I print just like in one square? Like I use online labels just like you, and I'm trying to figure out how to just like do a little quick test print and just print in one square without wasting a whole sheet of labels, so I can make sure that everything is lined up properly. And so that's what I do. So when I design a new label, before I print like a whole sheet and I'm satisfied with everything, I always just do like a quick print test, and I just print on one label so I can check the edges and make sure, you know, everything is lined up properly. So that is what I'm about to show you all today during this little quick live. So let me see if I can, I know I can flip Instagram around. So Instagram, I'm about to flip you all around. So Instagram can see my computer screen, and YouTube, I'm about to turn you around as well, so I can show you how to do it. So give me 1 second. All right, hopefully YouTube, you can see my screen pretty well. Let me move you up just a bit. Trying to get it centered. Okay. All right, so here's the back end of online labels. So make sure Instagram is okay. And so here is one of my label designs for one of my candles. And so in order to do like a nice little test print, this is the back end of online labels, like I said. So if you use online labels like me and you want to do a quick test print just in one square, you go over here to multi-design. So it will be in your left menu, either right here or you can click here. So you go to multi-design. And so this is what your sheet looks like. This is like a little template of what your sheet looks like. This is a 3x3. It tells you your label number, all of that stuff. So when you just want to use one square, you go to edit layout. And what it's telling you is this red here is letting you know this is where you have assigned your design. So I'm telling online labels, this is where I want you to design. This is where I want you to assign my design, all 6. So if I want to print out a full sheet, I'm telling online labels, go ahead and assign my design to all 6 squares. So that's what that is telling you. But if you just want to tell online labels, I just want to print out one design, you'll click here on blank. And what you do is you click in the squares that you want to blank out, right? And so now I'm telling online labels, I only want you to assign one square my design. And then you click you click update layout right here. And so if you look over here again on the template, you see that it's blue. So online labels know when you put in your labels, your label sheet face down, it's only going to print on one square. So now I'm about to turn you back around and print and show you what I mean. 1 second. And let me turn Instagram back around. Okay. And remember, guys, these lives are real informal. So you just getting the real Paris, okay? You just in my workspace. We just kicking it every day, okay? All right, so now I'm about to come over here. YouTube, you can kind of see my printer. And then Instagram, you can see my printer over here. Okay, so here's my sheet. This is the box that it comes in when you order your blank labels. It comes in this nice plastic case. And I already have our printer on, so I'm coming over here to the printer. And you put your label sheet in face down. Okay, so I have my printer all set up. And let me turn y'all back around. So now I'm about to show you how I print. So now I'm ready to print. I got my labels in. So you want to go to File, Print, Print at Home or Office, Download and Print. go ahead and download it from Adobe, or you can open it up in your browser, whatever fits your fancy. And so you see this, it only shows that I have one label here. So it's going to print on that square when I print it out. So I'm about to print now. All right, so now it's about to print. All right, we're printing. Boom. So I'm gonna show YouTube first, Instagram. So you see how it just printed on one square. Instagram, it printed on one square. So that way, and I wanted to show you all this tip. So that way, if you use online labels like me, or you're thinking about using online labels, here is a good way to just do a quick test print and say, okay, I want to just print on one square to make sure that it's lined up properly and it's in the center. I like the way it looks. Sometimes I get my jars, some old jars that I'm not using, and or some jars that are part of like my testing and things like that. And I put it on the jar to see if I like it. I put the lid on and I place it kind of like on my banister or my counter, and I just kind of get a vibe and see how I like it and all of that good stuff. So it's a good way to avoid wasting paper or wasting labels and everything. So that's how you do that. And so then, let me flip Instagram back around. We're going to flip back and forth. Flip back and forth. Okay, so we're back here on my computer screen. So then if you want to go back to your Maestro. So if you say, oh, okay, I like that design, but I think I want to maybe change the font, or it's not exactly centered, or I don't like the way it printed, whatever. Then you can go back to edit layout, and now you can tell that you could tell online labels like, okay, I want this to be blank because you've used that square, but I want this square to be the design. So now you're printing a second time and you're telling online labels where you want it. And so you'll place it in face down the same way that you placed it. You update the layout. And so that way, now you can reprint, and you're telling online labels, now I want you to print just on this square. So this is a great way. Oops, Instagram couldn't see that. So you see the blue square over here. All right. So now we can chat. Okay, here we go. So like I said, this is just a quick little tip. I just wanted to show you that because I do get a lot of questions, and it could be confusing. Like, especially when I first started using online labels, I was a little confused as well. And so I was literally playing around with the squares, and I'm like, oh, this is how I can print like one or two designs at a time. So that way I can kind of get an idea on what my labels look like, see if I like it, make any changes if I need to. So if you use online labels like I do, that's a great way to do a quick little test print. I like online labels because, again, they send you, you can order as many different quantities. This is 600 blank labels right here. So this will last me quite a while. I think it was $18.95. And I print right here at my house. I have an Epson Epson WF 3730 inkjet printer. I got it off Amazon. It was in my budget. that's just plain and simple. Do I like it? Yes. Does it get the job done? Yes. I do plan on upgrading, hopefully later this year, to more of a laser printer. But this inkjet printer has been getting the job done over the past year with my business. It's still hanging on strong. You see, it prints out very, very nice. Very, very nice. If you saw my IG story last night, you saw that I was putting labels on, and I gave a little little view of what they look like. I mean, it came out very nice. I was very happy with the font and the color and how it came out. So if you are new or beginner, or if you've been watching me for a while, you wonder what supplies I use and equipment that I use. If you follow me at LadyC's Digital HQ on Instagram or here in YouTube, the link in the description box under all things LadyC, it will take you to all of my links. And if you subscribe to my free resources, you get access to my digital headquarters, which also contains one of my freebies, which is my candle making supplies list. And so I have links to everything that I use and what I recommend for candle making equipment, bookkeeping spreadsheets, inventory spreadsheets, everything that I've been using this past year that are great for beginner to intermediate candle makers. That list is for you. You are welcome to download it. It is free. And so there you have it. That is my quick little DIY label tip for today. Again, if you're curious on how I make my labels, I have a full YouTube video dedicated to that I just did a few weeks ago. So check that out. And yeah, that's all for today. I just wanted to show you that. I get a lot of questions about that. And I'm like, you know what? That would be a nice little live to do today. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. So I hope that has helped for any of my DIY label people out there or online label users out there. There you have it. There you go. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. If y'all have any midday live ideas, I'll be going live every day this month, except for weekends, but just Monday through Friday. If you have any ideas or little tips you want me to share, let me know, and I will be happy to do a nice little live for you. So thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.